And good morning. I didn't do the Facebook post. What is this and why are you here? This is... Look, we all love you very much, Necrolis. We're all here because we care about you. We want to take a moment to talk to you about some things that have been concerning us. We've all written something to talk about. And we'll just take it around the room and make sure. I want you to know you're safe and you're loved. Libela is not the best god. The hair is fancy today. The hair is very fancy. It smells like coconut. You can smell it now. And I'm in a basic t-shirt. I should have gone a collared t-shirt. I always look at it and go, I need a collar. I need some popped collars. Alright, so we're still lacking a sleeve. Emu has not yet returned my sleeves. He buggered off to Fiji with it. So, that was a thing. But yes, welcome one and all to the Wurm Online weekly stream. I appreciate you all being here. Period appropriate attire. Tell me where to get the skin of a drakeling and drape myself in it with the finest teeth, and I shall wear it for all eternity, and never, never change, shower, or even go to the toilet. Unless it is on an altar of another god. You're all nuts. So let's just drop.
Son of a troll!
Son of a troll! Goth Druid with the subscription. You now get yourself the lovely Rolf emote, which I made myself. Alright, okay. We need to read up. Maybe you're in need of a nap. I am always in need. I'm ashamed to admit I had to seal most of your treasure box. The coin was vital. Kept the lamp though as a reminder. What one is that? My inventory sorting, yeah. I have a reminder here. Don't die so much. I have random bits of grass, a bit of green dragon scale. Happy belated CM day. Someone cares about me. The old Black Drake set I was wearing. Yeah, it's good. How can I move with all that? It's only 74 kilos. Like, believe it or not, Arcade is actually pretty strong. So 52 body strength, 41 body stamina, 42 body control. He's got a pretty deep and strong soul. His mind logic's pretty high. I've got a bunch of affinities and stuff. Yeah, I actually do play on this account more than just stand around. But let's dump some things because we're going to go for a ride around, I think. So we don't need them all. We're going to put the small barrel in there, and then we're just going to dump a whole bunch of dye stuff in there. So I bought, with my premium stuff, 2 magic chests because I can never have too many. Hi Desjet, I saw you PM'd me. Let me just point out what Desjet PM'd me. You're not the best? You make dye. Wow. just a random throw out. You're not the best. Yes, I am. I am the best. Noob stats. G'day Permo, welcome to the stream. And yeah, they're noob stats to some, alright? But considering... Oh, they're probably noob stats, considering how much time I spend in game too. What have I got? Game. Time in game. 302 days on this computer count as in-game. Have I examined that Supreme Forge yet? No? Did you lie to me about a Supreme Forge? We won't take Blastington's Finest with us. We'll put these away because we won't need those for now. We've got a whole bunch of pickaxes that we don't need. We'll keep one pickaxe. Because I actually went to the effort of getting them all skinned. I think that's alright for now. The rest we can just go outside and drop. We'll put these two aside because they're special. Greetings, companion adventurers and travelers, and hello, Nakua. Thank you so much for the raid, and I also saw your PM. I'll speak to you about it after the stream. Yeah, it's just been a bit of a busy week. So NK own organism. Unknown organism. Huh. There you go. I think I've got one that was made by Emu. Wow. Okay, so your message got flagged. Send me some Supremes or I'm not your favorite. What have I got? What can I send you? The lighting style I have? What lighting style is that? What's so great about the magical chest? And nothing takes damage in it. Oh, if that's how it works, send me anything. You're always my favorite. I don't have any Supremes to send. I thought I had one. Where is it? No, I'm out of Supremes. Got none. Yeah, they're all... Twitch does because... You know what? It's not like the N-word where you can be like, it's a part of our identity, so we're allowed to say it. Gifts for everyone. How nice, Retro. That's it. Everyone can have some blue grapes. High quality blue grapes that I somehow didn't actually sort by quality. Oh, I'm glad you love me. I'll find you something nice to send you. I can't send you a rare bed, unfortunately. I let Aris rename a merchant for me and she called it Bogan. And I feel that was a comment on me. How long have I been a resident of Wurm? Ooh. When was this deed founded? Let's go find out. Let's go find out. I actually do have a little bit of a loose plan for this to be like, oh, we're going to roam around. We're going to chat. We're going to check out some places. So this is just like, you know, the just chatting part where we waste a lot of time. Settlement info. That does not tell me anything. But I love that Village Idiot is the mayor because when you get an email now, it says, speak to your Village Idiot about the upkeep. Which is everything I've ever been waiting for. But yes, I founded this deed in, I want to say 2014. 2,450 days. So what's that? 2450 days in years. That's 6.7 years days ago. Monday, the 10th of June, 2013. That is my anniversary. Which is really cool, because you can actually just type into Google, days ago. Uh, da da da. It's just gonna be a global alert. You get one. I literally make sure. What is the point of notifying anyone online just to fill your pocketbook? I have no clue what you're on about there. Long enough to call Wurm a home away from home. Anyone playing Wurm can call Wurm a home away from home. But yes, how are we all doing? What are we up to in Wurm today? Just like my real home, there's leaky and some mold, and Rolf keeps rummaging around. Sailing. Ooh, that's... Mining, selling, watching you and sailing? Rolf steals my lamps, yes. I once went to a party and took all the light globes from them. Roly Poly is mining some rock shards. Moxie is some surface mining. My commiserations to you both. I should show this off because I'm quite pleased with this. One of my friends, Dragonelle, you may remember her from Insanity Hills. She's come back recently, and you know she was like, "Do you have any projects?" And I'm like, "Oh, I was thinking about working on the mine." Insanity Hills was part of it, yes, but the main location was on Independence. Up this section, these were the Insanity Hills, run by Spellcast, aka Varley, aka the Taskmaster. So she went and did all of this. Look at all of this. She flattened it out and she paved it, and then she was like, "Oh, it does need lamps," but she was like, "Oh, I need a shaker rob so I can level this," and I'm like, "Oh, I'll send a priest over. I've got a priest." And then it took me about 2 weeks to finally send the priest over, and I collapsed it and thought, "Yeah, I'll get back to mining it and sorting it." I logged in the next day and she'd done all this. Look at that. Look how perfect it is. That's just amazing work. Like, massive shout out to Dragonelle. Best villager I could have. Well, I shouldn't say that because I've got multiple villages. That might be a little bit offensive. Need some diagonal paving underground. Can you even do that? Not yet. Okay. Can't pave part tiles. It was Titch that did that, and that was so long ago that I don't remember actually much of it. Alright, one quick second. Alright. Is this the GM deed? No, this is my personal deed, actually. That's why it's... The GM deed is actually more built up. My personal deed is just... I'm horrible at this game. Like, I've been in for a while, but I am horrible at this game. And I'm not afraid to admit that. Get some waking up. Alright, so we talked about Insanity Hills, so let's go that way. Am I a GM? I'm the community manager, so I'm not technically a GM. I operate on a different level. Yeah, capitalize, please. Gosh. No, I'm technically a CM or CR. What horse will we take today? Wind Ears. Are you a 5-speed? No, you are not. What about Cliffwing? Cliffwing sounds like a good name. Fleeter, strong, 3, 4. There we go. You're a 5-speed. You're gonna come with me. Yeah, why only one smile? Where's all the other smiles? I demand smiles from everyone. Get some smiles in the chats, boys. Welcome, Red Fuio. You're catching me in my my work. Or else, smiles in the chats or your old band. Oh, wow. Only some of those are smiles. Oh wait, I've got grass on me. Why am I doing this? Why did I walk the horse all the way here just to tame it inside?
Son of a troll.
Son of a troll. Thank you very much for the subscription there, Moxie. You get the Rolf emote. Why am I taming it? Because it's not branded. You refuse to smile, Sui. I'm pretty sure I made you smile in the fan art I did. Why is it not branded? Because I'm not good at this game. There we go. Bounce, 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 bounce. Okay, so yeah, I've had this deed for around about... Don't leave deed on a branded horse. What? Yeah. The boogeyman is not real. And if he dies, I'll just walk home. So I started this farm, this deed, shortly after starting. I started over here. Some friends and I started playing, and we all found it here. No, you untame. So we found it here, and this was... they don't. We founded Cobalt here. And then after a while it was like, oh yeah, living with a bunch of people means different people have different ideas about what should be made. So I ended up founding Indigo Forest up there. No, the problem is, if your horse picks a fight with them before they get into combat with you, it'll target, yeah, they'll steal the thing. It's not that they gravitate, it's just that your horse is a jerk. Alright, so, this was where I grew up. It's when you get off them. I don't know. Suddenly every mob is hungry. Oh, they become a target like any player does, yeah. Because they're like of an opposing kingdom or something. They're not part of the animal kingdom. Alright, so... Last week we saw the announcement of the follower bonus changes, and there's been a lot of discussion. We also announced the... oh, what's the word? The terms around the trader relocation project. So if you do have any trader on another little deed on the same server, feel free to log a support ticket and we'll help you out there. A much more reasonable hour to see me stream. Well, that's it, but this is my work, you know. But mycelium. No, not mycelium, but you'll also notice that's why you get the ability to eat corpses. I mean, you literally get the same benefits, except it involves eating a corpse. Hopefully soon, half there. Have the mass disbands on, it's... Libella is not the best god. She's the best goddess. Equal opportunities here. Probably because Twitch plays ads on all streams. Okay. Where am I going? We are going towards the Insanity Hills. I don't think I can. I can disable, like, playing ads in stream, but, yeah. I don't know, I'll have a look at the settings and see it. Welcome anyways, Red. Ublock. Ublook. And here we have the Samling Span, which was built by Angel Clan and someone else that I feel horrible for not mentioning. This game is called Wurm, yes. It was actually made by Notch and someone else called Rolf. Marcus Notch Persson and Rolf Janssen. And Notch went on from this to make Minecraft with a lot of similar ideas. Rolf went on to continue making this. Rolf is a concept, an idea. He's something in all of us. It's that good-spirited nature and that desire to build and explore and create worlds for others. Rolf isn't a person. He's an idea. Hello, Mitchia. How are you? We are all Rolf on this blessed day. So here we are in Nostalgia Commons, which is one of the... We're all ideas. Ooh. I keep accidentally swapping between first and third person. And here we have Timeless Isle, which is an absolutely beautiful deed that was made via a Wander the Seas. As, like, pretty much all good island deeds are, because the natural islands are a little bit weird. This is on Independence, Mitch, yeah? We are up in the... No, here, this region. Just about north of the thing. We're in the area known as the Samling Fjord. This is the Samling Fjord. Or the Samling River. Or Samling Lake? Ocean? River? I don't know. Or the fjord? You miss Samling being the starter deed. Who puts a starter deed right up there when you've got to, like, slowly make your way down the entire mountain? Like, that's the thing. It's just... It's very silly. Rolf. Again. Yes, Rolf. If anyone here is subscribed, feel free to put the what is it? Rolfs in the chat. I was looking at emotes, and I talked to Buddha at the time. And, no, Red. And, I think I tabbed over to the Wurm Online Discord, and someone had just replied to something with a roll face, and I'm like, okay, but I'm doing this, and he's like, alright, but please turn and look at bridge. What? 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 I just went over that bridge, cheeky buns. Now we're just doing like a 360. There we do a 360, slow one on a horse. But here we have a deed someone else. Hill Piece Hideout. This is a really old deed. I believe it was recently sold though. Do a handbrake turn? No. These things just got no good turning circle. Bounce, 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 bounce. Your friend wanted to see how it's made underneath. Yeah, it bounces a little bit, and I was like, huh. Perhaps I should... Like, I raised it with Samul, and it's like, perhaps there should be, like, a little offset just to make sure that, you know, if it moves only a small amount. Wurm does have third person Blue Dragon. Yes. We've come so far. Bounce, 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 bounce. Alrighty then. So we'll go back and have a look at that bridge, and then we'll continue on, because, you know, what is Wurm if not going to do something, getting distracted and doing something else? Wurm in a nutshell. So did you mean this bridge, cheeky buns? So as you can see, it's a flat stone bridge with one dirt pillar in between. And then it's paved with slate. Yeah, the Steam page is for Wurm Unlimited. This is Wurm Online and has a lot more visual improvements. Your friend says it's perfect. It's a pretty good deed. I'm a big fan of the slate. That's strange, Infinite Wave. The Wurm Online soundtrack is actually on Spotify. That's what I have it play through. So if you ever want to, play, like, listen to the Wurm music, you actually can find it on Spotify. And then there's Samling Span, which, that's an odd choice I'm just noticing, because it starts off slate bricks. And then as it goes along, it becomes pottery bricks at the other side of this bridge. And yeah, there's a fair few visual improvements to this that aren't in Wurm Unlimited. I've listened to it through YouTube, but it would be nice if it worked in-game. If it doesn't work in-game like that, I will look into it. Make a post in the model and sound bugs, and I'll check it out. Maybe it's to signify where the two meet. You know, what's considered this side and what's considered that side. Because it is flat bridge, arch bridge, and then they meet in the middle here. Ran out of slate. I don't think someone runs out of slate and be like, okay, let's go make 5 kilo pottery bricks. Bounce, 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 bounce. Like, could you imagine how horrible this would be on your back, having such a stiff back while riding a horse? But it was funny as we were testing all this, because all the animations, they don't play in first person. They only played for watchers, and so we had to change a lot that when you zoomed out, the animations would play and all this more stuff was done. And I was like, there's going to be so many, like, this animation feels really, really stiff because I'm watching my character do it with a rod in their back. Like, look at this guy. Perfect posture. Absolutely no one has better posture than this. This man is the proudest. Well, we do start with 20 body strength, so maybe that's it. Maybe it's just about doing things. How far in my journal am I? Why are you going to call me out like this? Hello, friend. Welcome to the stream. You don't see a cave on me. Yeah, there's a reason for that. Alright, so I have unlocked them all, except I've only done these. So on this, I have to do open a wild hive, study a tree or bush, spear a fish, and make a halter rope. I'm saving that because I have 10 hours of sleep bonus. Most of these are being saved because of sleep bonus. This one, which is like the actual one, I've closed like 9 rifts. My scale armor is not enchanted. Yeah. Get a skill to 99, build a 10-story building. Yeah, I'm really doing bad on this. I don't even have die 100 things. I literally do not have die 100 things. Can you spear your foot though, Snarkin? I'm trying to think of some really beautiful deeds around here. Yeah. Wurm is a game you play for the journey. I've never been someone that's like, I have this list of goals I've got to do. I'm going to grind them out because that's just not me. I am not good at those goals. No, there's a wild hive, except I don't have my bee. I don't have my bee smoker on me. So I can't have any smoked bees. See, they just sting me. I need someone to make me some dye. Look, I'd ask myself to make it, but it would take 3 weeks. When did the journal come out? I believe it was about a year ago. You like the goals when you're feeling either spoiled for choice or a bit bored. Yeah, they're there to provide a sense of what is possible in Wurm. What can you do? And how much bigger does it get? Yeah, that's it. Don't trust a dye guy who hasn't dyed 100 things. Look, I make dyes to sell, alright? That's all it is. So we're over in this kind of area. I always consider like the old school. When am I coming back to Pristine? Well, I was on Pristine before this stream. I actually haven't gotten around to leaving yet. I will be going at some point, but yeah, I'm still on Pristine because I haven't actually left. That's it. Good things come to those who wait, Snarkin. Can I make a peach color? I can make any color. I will sit down with you and work out a good color. You joining us, Heroes of Release? No, my time on Release was very nice, but I think I want to spend some time back on Independence. I want to get some, like, just as I was saying, this place is like the old school place. This is where the starter town used to be there. Back in, what, it's 11 years old now? 10 and a half years old? So 10 and a half years ago, this used to be where it started. And everyone was like centered up here. You know, and then you had the wilds down here. And then at some point, I think like 6 years, 4 years, 2 years? Some point, the starter deed was moved to be more central, which makes sense. But this became sort of like the wilds. But it's like an incredibly old school wilds. And so there's a lot of like really old school players, like Spellcast used to live here, Father Times. One of your old deeds on Windy wound up in a PC Gamer playing review. There is actually a PC Gamer village on Independence. I don't know if they actively own it anymore, but yeah, no, they did originally have one. Stay on Pristine and you'll play again. Look, I'll probably just stay on Pristine and keep talking about how I'll be going to Indy at some point. Is it at the base of Dragon's Fang? Excuse me. No, it's based over here. It's just up in the top right. There are still folks playing, but I don't know if they're PC Gamer folks or whether they're, because I think Metal Dragon owns it now. He's in our alliance, and I don't know whether he is just someone who joined and eventually took over it as the others left. But yeah, I remember this used to be a deed here. Of course it used to be a deed. There's a Colossus of Venora. Nobody just builds those in the wild. Crystal Shores. Yeah, so this used to be Crystal Shores. When you were a wee newbie, Metal Dragon gave you his weapon and said, go fight that troll, you'll win, I swear. Oh, that sounds like so much fun. Would it be possible to make the wooden spirit cottage and wooden altar loadable for portability? It's not just a portability thing, it's a balance thing as well. Your best bet would be posting questions like that on the suggestions board. Let people weigh in and I can take it to the devs and be like, hey, what do you all think? And sometimes they might be like, yeah, no, that's fine. Or I get told no because it's specific. Like, I know there's currently a suggestion for the mining 25 veins to include non-metallic veins. And I took that to the devs and the answer was no, it's designed to be specific. It specifically says metallic and that's what it's for. It's not designed to include the mineral veins. Background music's a bit loud, I think. There we go. Let's get some peace and quiet. So, what other questions do people have? Aris gave you a meal and let you borrow her rowboat. Was that to go for a corpse run or something, or? Champion Snowman. I have no clue, except it's always been here. Ray CG, he's an old school member. Colossus of Joe Dirt. Joe Dirt is an amazing player. He's really old school. He came back and he was like, oh, I dropped in for a little bit, but I died. And so I was like, bugger it. I'm like, oh no. So you lost all your stuff? And he's like, yeah, I had a scale set and stuff. He just literally, just died, lost the scale set. And that was it. Was happy and just logged out. Anyways. Your wife shouts in the other room, are you going to bring wargs back for April Fool's caps? I don't know. I'm looking forward to the skills coming back. Rudy Tooty, point and shooty. They're going to be the fun April Fool's things for me. We may bring some wargs out. Have to wait and see. What's disappointing? Wow. What's disappointing, right? This is an actual legitimate disappointment. I had a plan for an April Fool's of announcing a new PvP server because everyone likes boat combat, so it was going to be just water for all the boat combat, and you can have all the boat combat you needed. And you also wanted a hunting server, so all there'd be a ton of creatures in the water to hunt. And someone went and posted that idea on the forums. Not as a battle royale, but let's have a map that starts with just water. And I posted, why do you have to steal my, why do you have to steal my suggestions? Sorry, my April Fools. I was serious. Like, no, because he posted it as allow players to build their own server, which is, I get the idea of that, but I think players being able to shape the land is much better than build the land, because there'd be no rock layer. Like, that'd be a nightmare. But that aside, and I was just like, oh, I can't even announce that anymore. I can't even build that up. I was putting it into Wurm Unlimited, and I was going to get shots with all the creatures and all that, and just no. Sleep powder recipe. It's made of flour. You just get flour and you grind it up. That's just flour. Ooh. Oh, someone always drops their bad fragments around here. So, to those of you who might not play Wurm, I know there's a few of you lurking from a couple of other places, I know you all of this is player built, right? When this land starts, it looks akin to this. Random forest, trees, wildness. Players themselves have come in, terraformed the land, and built the roads. All of the roads I've used, all the bridges I've used, all the land is literally built by players and then buggered off. Yeah, they did all this and then went home. How much of a difference is there from Unlimited and Online? I played Online for a couple of months. So Unlimited, its last content update was April 2019. So a lot of newer features like third person and such aren't in it. We also have distant trees and a few visual upgrades. There are a few mechanics things, new additions, such as weapon skins and item skins. Yeah, the difference is growing. The journal craft 5 items from each metal. Does that work with crafting runes? If not, why not? Because the runes take on the rune type, right? The metal flavors the rune type, as opposed to it being a metal type. They're not metal type runes. They are Sorry, they're not rune-type metals, they're metal-type runes. Yeah, poison, wound, tick. But I got better. You know? Poison, very light. You see a worrying dark order at the wound at the left shoulder. Ooh. And we got spiders. Big ass spiders. Spoiders. You absolutely should, Neocryptor. No. Like, the text itself is one thing. The actual reality is different. Because I tried doing with a GM tune, and yeah. Honestly, the best bet is just like nails and stuff, isn't it? Something you can smelt down. I don't know. As you can see, I've not done that. Needles are good at smelting the scrap. Yeah, but they use barely any. You know, that's kind of like the benefit of it. Up we go. Up we go. And here we have a random little step. I actually have a really funny story. Roaming around here, I found... Like, a friend and I were looking for the goblin leader. There were 3 of us, actually. So, Serba, Why Kill Me, and myself. And the goblin leader hadn't been found in, like, months. And so, we were just assumed it was lost somewhere. And I was riding around here, you know, looking through this old deed. And, like, I was keeping an eye on the community map as well. I was like, there's a weird plinth up and to the left. I'm going to go up there, just for the view, you know, check it out. Yeah, if it involves Why Kill Me, it should be a good story. So, rode around here, and I think it's over here. I'm going by memory, it's a very old memory. Came up here, and just up here, I kid you not, standing in the middle of this little area was the goblin leader. Like, right there. It's like it was his place. This was Indy. I'm like, sweet, I found him. Oh, crap, I'm a faux priest. I couldn't dig. No, I wasn't a faux priest at the time. What was I? I was a Nayo priest, so I couldn't dig. And so I messaged Why Kill Me. No, I must have messaged Serba because he was also a Nayo priest and he couldn't dig. So we came over and we had to chop this land out and we were casting dirt to try and lower the layer. But it's Indy and the dirt layer is absolutely rotten. And so we're just like, oh, this is the worst. And so eventually we had to wait for Why Kill Me to wake up. And so after that, we had Why Kill Me being the only one of us that could dig. Serba tanking the goblin leader just standing here. And I'm standing at the side burning through so much cotton as I bandage his wounds. And Why Kill Me dug this mine, which is the absolute worst because it opens that way. We're just like... oh, stuff it. We'll just have it like this, you know? So, we dug it in, got it in, and then, it was all good. And then, we decided if it dropped a charge, we'd take 1 charge each. And we dropped green cherry, and I sold my charge for 1 gold. Good story. But, while it was chasing us, we wound up here. Ooh, there's a lava spider. And up here was Hogwash's deed. No, we found it, we keep it. Up here was Hogwash's deed. Now, I'm not sure if many of you remember Hogwash. Hogwash was a really old school player. Absolutely great smith. Loved his smithing. All of that jazz. And yeah, it was just a... why am I too far away from the items? Probably lagging. You're real life friends with him. How is he doing? Because after I found his deed, half of it was decayed, and there was a whole bunch of stuff that I was like, I could take this. But I knew Hogwash, and I knew he'd stopped playing. So I messaged, I think he was in Black Legion, and I messaged Dao Lin, who was like the king of Black Legion, and he's like, no, he's doing well. He's, you know, stepped away from Wurm, and he's actually focusing on other things. So I'm like, sweet, I'm stealing your stuff. So I stole all his stuff. Just someone's been doing some botanizing. He was a nice guy. And here we have Hogwash's mine. Nice guy, horrible miner apparently. That or it's so collapsed. Oh, obviously and naturally we have a cow and a unicorn in the mine. Do you ever go into an old mine cave and you're like, I am going to get so lost and I'm never going to come back out of here again? You're like, sorry, aged fat Cliffwing, you are dying at him. Black Legion, not related to EVE Online. No, not related to EVE Online, I don't think. This was, the Evil Kingdom of Libella. But they had amazing motifs. A raft full of enchanted horseshoes. I like how your story doesn't involve you actually not getting lost. Like getting unlost. It's literally, I was lost, but then I found an item. Designed by TU. Yeah, TU was like the brains behind Black Legion. I think Dowlin was the emotion behind Black Legion. Which, you know, you need both when building a kingdom. How are they doing? Because it's been a while since I've spoken to either of them. I always considered Dowlin a good friend. And the shoes of horses. Everyone who got lost before you. That's it. I was really lost. And then I found a whole pile of corpses. So, yeah, there's a whole pile of step. And let's go fight this lava spider. Because we haven't killed anything in a while. But yes, if you do want somewhere wild that is not on Xanadu because, you know, obvious reasons. Northwest Indy is just, it has this sense of it was land lost to time. You know, that's probably the best way I can put it. It's like it used to be so built up and it used to be so like, it was right next to the starter deed. And yet, eventually, it's just become these wild northern lands. And I absolutely love that. I love North Indy. Northeast Indy is a giant steppe with tundra slowly overtaking it. That doesn't count. We're not going to fight that lava fiend. Or that troll. What's on this one? I think this is Lurker in the Dark. Yeah. Only locates traders. Foe needs you to cut down the birch tree south of you. Follow old Rafiki. He knows the way. Which I'm 90% sure is a trader deed. Southeast and southwest were always the more hermity. I moved to southeast India as a holiday. It's absolutely great. I found 3 rare forges from old abandoned deeds. And I ended up pushing forges to the edge of my deed, and then I was like, I'll log out for tonight, and then I'll, you know, come back and collect them before I disband the deed. Came back in the morning and they were gone. Someone in an area no one ever went came by that night and found 3 rare forges, and I just think, good on you, congratulations. Here's a beautiful deed. I didn't even know this one existed. Look at this. Abridged. I like this. This used to be just like... Oh, how do I get down here? This used to be just like a big solitary island. But this is my example of being able to change the landscape. You know, people have dug that down and they've built this up. Oh, I found some good loot. The owner happened to walk by your deed and see it. Nice. Did you give it back to him? So we have entered... Oh, it's not a deed. It's a disbanded. No. Archie on. Oh, it's me. Colossus of Lego del Rancho. I don't think that's their Colossus. Just gained 7.5k 97 quality Wimp. So someone else's trash, you're trying to say. 90.97k. 97 quality. Surely everyone just messages, you know, the Pumpkin Kings for it. Bounty, 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 bounty. That's a lot of... What's this? Willy, Oaky, Surfy, Miney, Flinty, Salty, Rappy, Thorny, Rosy, Beery, Rocky, Bassy, Bricky, Mounty, Birchy, Piney. I was thinking this is like the sequel to Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. There's 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 16. That's it. That's it. It's Snow White and the 16 Dwarves. They've all got spears too. Wow, this is... I think I've just found an army prepping. Look! I'm not a smart man. Mini terracotta army, yes. Definitely. And, oh my god. Lake Shrine, Sanctum of Mantra. Who would be the handsome person that built this? This looks like something that a brave and handsome soul would do. I don't know who, but I bet they were absolutely charming. Oh, I forgot. Silly old me. I did it. Wow.
Well done.
Well done. As said by Feyran himself. Hey, I like doing missions. I like building mission structures. There's a few around here with my name on it. You think I'm just showing off? Of course I'm just showing off. You're just like... Doosh. No. You're so full of yourself. That's it. If I didn't talk myself up, no one would do the job. So sometimes you just got to do things yourself, you know? I can't have my mum in stream telling everyone how awesome I am, so I've just got to tell you all. But yes, North Independence has a lot of history there. It's an absolutely beautiful area. And if you're ever looking for somewhere to tour or adventure, strongly recommend. Good hunting. You know, there's a lot that we've actually just ignored because we're not here to fight. Everyone's mum should play Wurm. That's it. Wurm Online. Bring your mum. What was I going to look for? Yeah, here we go. Let's go see if we can find a champion. I don't think you can bash shrines. Pendulum doesn't seem to remove. Insanity Hills was awesome. It was such a big area. Let's go check out more of it because there actually is. What weapon is that? This is a staff that is being held weirdly. You brought your kids. Well, that's close enough, Blue Dragon. Let's have a look. It is metal. It's a metal staff. Your son brought you. See, Shion? The tagline works. He brought his mum. And Wurm is all the better for it. This one, I've used a rune on it to make it dark blue. Colossus of Father Time. He occasionally pops into the Wurm Online unofficial group on Facebook. If you ever want to, chat to some of the really old people. That group was around before the official Facebook was. So a couple of the really old timers are in there. And yeah, Wurm was a very different game then. It appealed to a very different market. Like, we're talking very hardcore. I know people consider Wurm grindy now, but it's absolutely casual compared to what it was like at the start. Look, I wouldn't want to disrespect the builder. The builder obviously is pretty awesome. And who did this? Who made this one? Yeah, it was obviously pretty awesome, and I just wouldn't want to hurt them. It's also maple season now, if nobody's noticed. Oh, not even no crafting window. Sleep bonus started as soon as you logged in. Like, there was no toggle. It was just, if you had sleep bonus, it was counting down. So people would create alts to log in, light the fire, and get it hot before they logged in. Because otherwise they spent 5-10 minutes of their sleep bonus waiting for it to... it's sort of like a well-rested bonus as opposed to just a 2x skill you can do. Permadeath? Like, that was a thing. Permadeath for champions. Crafting, when you failed to craft something, you'd just be... the whole weight would be scrapped. Skill decay, yeah. If you didn't use a skill for a certain time over 70, it'd start going down. It also seems to attract folks of high intelligence, integrity, creativity, and kindness. What are you saying about me? Someone's trying to summon something. I'm not sure how I feel about this. You feel the presence of Magrenon. Yeah, it literally feels like a summoning circle for Magrenon. Yeah, seems to attract folks of high intelligence, integrity, creativity, and kindness, as well as arcade. Not people full of arcade. I'm full of arcade. I'm full of myself. Aged Hellhorse. Yes, this is Joe Dirt's area, I believe. Great guy. Only small carts that couldn't be locked and anyone could walk away with it if you weren't actively dragging it. Weapons falling apart because you failed to put the weapon head on the shaft. Retro came here through a diversity program, that's it. I was a, pity scholarship. No, I fell in love with this game so quickly. And I collected resources for all my friends. So, Kafka wanted to be a chain armor smith. Jarm wanted to be a carpenter. What was the other one's name? Soy something. Do I still have him on friends? I don't. He must have been deleted. Because he was never actually premium. Kafka's boyfriend, he wanted to be a blacksmith. So I would mine the iron, I would shape the mine, I would dig the dirt for the farms because that's what I enjoyed doing. And I would cut the trees. And I had 70 in every resource collection skill before I had any crafting skill at 70. Every year, you and a couple of friends would always around December would play Wurm for a couple of months on Fresh Tunes. For some reason, you stuck around this time. That's it. You keep coming back, and eventually that bug will get you. That bug will... Was I imagining things, or was it something that a pickaxe could break or something without hitting 100 damage? It's probably imagining things. I've never heard of that. Now I'm just an old mayor. An old mayor of a town. I'm a town mayor. You're still insane. You always were. That's okay. Got a troll just admiring the beautiful countryside. Look at that. It really is beautiful land. It's all right, Bov. I'll forgive you this time. Trying to sail over to India in your boat cross, but you didn't. Yeah. Awkward. Oh look, there's another shrine here. Samlingford Unicorn. Summer Shrine. Who made this? So the upcoming patch notes weren't too clear. Yeah, the only things we included were the changes. Everything else stays as is unless specified. So Venora gets the learner bonus 10% to all skills, minus the characteristics when she gets a few different ones. Like that's the thing. It's no longer Venora gets everything and no one else gets anything. It's 10% generic or ooh, wow, to Samling Span. Samling Pass, Heritage Site. Let's go through here. I've not seen in here. Yeah, it's either 10% to everything or 15% to specific. I myself will be staying faux for now because of that 15% meditation skill. Ooh, yeah. And we're treating this like a slalom. As you can see, Angel Klein, and I really wish I could remember the other one. Oh, I feel so bad. Angel's gonna message me later and be like, you forgot his name, didn't you? And I'll be like, yeah. Been eyeing Libel up for that channeling grind. Yeah, that's it. 15% channeling is huge for a channeler. It may be Gorgon. 10% from Vinworks. That's it. If you are looking at doing multiple things, it kind of makes sense. It's just skill gain now fits in with their style a bit more. Ooh, ooh. Look at this. Bounce, bounce, bounce. This is a long mine. Like, I could not imagine mining this far without, like, getting distracted by stuff. Arachiel, that's it. Thank you very much, Arachiel. He and Arachiel built this. Or Arachiel. I don't know. I suffer so much from that. Don't knock him on the pronunciation. It just means he read it. You know, like I read so much and read so much and just had little actual conversations that I wound up with yeah, most of my pronunciations being wrong. Boom, boom, boom. But yes, we'll go back to Insanity Hills territory. You never pronounced arcade like arcade. How did you pronounce it? Was Iron Ribbon considered for 100% creation item? What we did was we set a minimum if it's this small amount of difficulty. Arcade. That's close enough. If it's this small amount of difficulty, it'll be included. It's not a hard-coded these items. It's a difficulty, arcade. 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 You squashed Rolf. What did you do? Why did you squash Rolf, Necrolus? Unsquash him this instant. Arcade. Arc. Oh, hi, Mark. Hi, Arc. More back of throat. Arcade. Where is your die? Because I'm really bad at... Are you not on my list? I thought I completed my die list. I have Krez, Madnath, Annette, Jane Sco. Are you baby? Do you want that pink die? I think you're the last one on my list. Look. I'm not arguing that it's been slow. Yeah, I'll send it to you. I'll sort it out. It's been slow. I've been slow. I've had a lot going on, you know, both Wurm stuff and, like, personal stuff, so I do apologize. Most of the time I'm playing Wurm at the moment, I am streaming it, so there. You need it in a matter of seconds. Okay, let's go back to the deed and we'll make it. And this is... Oh, okay, we can see some of Insanity Hills up here. Oh, it's doing that thing. Okay. That's a bug that's going to be fixed. Spellcast's Lair. The funny thing is with the render distance, it looks like it actually overhangs. I like it. Or we can see underneath it. How odd. How odd. What did you miss? Oh, not much. Apparently the K-Lite Mega Codec just had an update released, which was odd. 2 surgeries and still did Shrimpy's bachelor party. Yeah, look, I'm slow. I've had stuff going on. Retro catching up. How long do these streams go? Usually 2 hours or so I try to keep them to, unless distractions happen. Venerable Anaconda. And yeah, this was all Insanity Hills. This was all part of Insanity Hills. It was an absolutely huge thing. Ghost Dream Stardew Valley. Well, I did last night. You missed last night's stream. I'll also be streaming it tonight. That is Joel. Exo Jordan. Jordan. Or Jordanon. Ooh. Butchering knife fragment. Carving knife fragment. Joelle is still around, arguably. She is inactive AF at the moment. She keeps threatening to come back, but, you know. What is this game? This is Wurm Online. Thank you to all those people who leave pagan shaft fragments. Absolutely. Shaft fragments are kind of fun, but I don't really care about them. I learned quickly on about that you can just burn the fragments if you haven't identified them. So, you know, you put 100 fragments in, any of the wooden ones will just burn away. I was threatened... I was threatened with, oh, all right, we'll just make wooden statue types as well. And I was like, oh, no. Yeah, half there is Stan Lee. And you're fully here. Almost to Shrimpy. Look, I'm almost home. I'm headed home. We're going to go home and we're going to make a quick die-making stream. I probably should kill some scorpions along the way just in case. Look at that. People connecting. Old Wurm players connecting. It's always good to see. And I've decided, after this stream, I'm going to take the VOD and straight upload it. And it's going to be put on a 24-hour... 24-hour, like, it'll be released tomorrow. Okay? Because I think Twitch requires that or something. I don't know. It's like I'm barely an affiliate anyways. So it'll be on that. Oh, we just rode past a crocodile. And then from there, it'll go live tomorrow. Been playing Wurm Unlimited for years because you really can't afford to play Wurm Online. Well, that's the benefit of Wurm Unlimited there, isn't it? It's you know, buy once, play forever. You know, it might not be as up to date and it might not have its things, but it's got mods. And it's also, you know... How did I wind up on the wrong... Oh... What? I'm confused. What subs recently dropped? Yeah, I am lost. I'm gonna try going over here. And when am I getting emotes? Emotes for what? We've got emotes. Subscription prices... Oh, right, yes. Subscription prices were dropped. So if you buy the a full year, it's almost back to what it originally was. It's like 5.67 euros per... Where the hell am I? Wild Elf's Cottage, yeah. 5.67 euros per month. So it's like almost like 5 euros a month. Are you subscribed on the official channel? Yeah, I'm lost. That's it. No more day. What has happened here? This used to be a road. What has been done? This used to be... Someone's dredged all of this. It's dredgeful. What on earth has been done? Look, if you're going to save one euro cent... Yeah, you'll sub to my personal channel. Private channel. It's personal. We're going to get some quick cochineal for die. I like to buy a year because then if you can't play for a few weeks, then you don't feel like you've wasted your prem time and such. There, that's it. To me, like... Okay, I can't really speak on it because obviously my premium is subsidized. But before I was thing, it was just like... To me, it was... I think I bought it 2 months at a time because I never had the money to do like full thing. Yeah, my premium Snapchat. I never worried about wasting it, to be honest. I feel that the value per, like if you look at it at the amount you pay for entertainment as opposed to the amount you pay for the time scale. Like if you pay 16 euros for 2 months, are you working it out to be, you know, okay, let's actually do the maths. So 16 divided by 60. Are you working it out as, you know, 26 euro cents per day of entertainment, or are you looking at it as in, okay, I played 40 hours, so it becomes, oh yeah, that's 40 euro cents per hour played, you know? I prefer to look at time when you're playing. Come back to sleep, spam me on Discord. No. I paid less per hour for Wurm than you did for Fallout. Exactly. Like, it varies. Everyone's mileage varies. Everyone's experiences are different. And I absolutely understand that. You know, some people have the ability to justify it and be like, oh, I'll just get less coffee. Some people, it's just literally not in their budget. And I completely understand that. And, you know, that's 100%. Yes, but only to... I would win. I would win a fight. Americans have tax returns soon. Spend some refund money on... Yeah, that's it. We'll have to work out a marketing campaign for tax season. All 3-day codes. I have actually been looking at things like that, you know, the ability to... I know some other streamers, like some other game streams, they like to give out codes for in-game items when they hit certain amounts of viewers, like Infinity Plus 2, which they make Gems of War, which is quite a big game. It's crazy. you know, they have, once they hit like 60 viewers, 80 viewers, they give out codes for special little items in game. So I have actually been thinking about doing that. Your husband is a Gems of War addict. Yeah. Well, my you know, I know some of the people that work there. There you go. I built this bridge, and someone's gone and built... What? Wow. You versus the guy she tells you not to worry about, for sure. Look at that. Who built this bridge? Why did it have to be so high up? What on earth is this? Yeah, the only... I don't even think it's actually much of a downside. The only consideration would be, you know, working out... You never bumped your head before either. Ooh, we've got... I'll take care of aged, scared, black. Juju. Ooh. It's a new deed. I've not been to this deed before. Is there a token in here? No, there's no token, so we need to find the token. We need to find out who owns Juju. Because it's got a very good mine in there. Juju Manor. You'll be my champion, that's it. Oh, Beast Wolf, save me! Angela, she will say. I can't find the token, and I've got to go back and make this die. Anyone can spam Joelle on Discord, that's it. Send her messages, send her love, send her roll faces. Danger, keep away. Wow, they're really letting people know I'm in the area, don't they? Yeah, that's it. It's like, finally, I've got somewhere no one will be. Oh, look. Some streams, some streamers here. Wait, no, I'm the streamer that talks like a bogan. Yeah, nah, cuz. Well, we'll just drop by here and we'll check this. I got me a corn. We're gonna eat good tonight. So the person who used to own here, fun fact, the person who used to own here was called Red Dwarf. And back in the day, some of you may remember that Wurm had a... Ooh, hello. Wurm had a Bitcoin mining program that you could mine Bitcoin and you would get paid in silver. And Red Dwarf was actually the highest. He made 2 gold from it, and he was my neighbor. Yeah, yeah. You might have seen 90ol logged in. Where is it? Yeah, 90ol logged in and released. With what's going on with trader moves, would devs consider returning a trader to ones that lost them in past because of deed disband? Unfortunately, no. There's not much logging there, and you know, it's literally only just a one-time courtesy move because we're aware that before there were some limitations against people having them on their deed. Yeah, he only got a few copper. Yeah, he got 2 gold, and he actually got me started on it because he was like, you know, I was talking to him one day, and it was really weird. He either didn't know, like, thought I was someone else, or just didn't care. Because I'd log in, and he'd be like, you know, how's it going? Yeah, not bad. And he's like, yeah, the wife's been up to such and such, and he'd, like, talk like we were old friends, and, like, it was alright, but I was always like, we've never actually, like, been like, hi, I'm Arcade, I live just north of you. You know, he'd always just chatting local like we were like old mates that go way back. And so that was always interesting. But yeah, he made over 2 gold from it, and he was the top earner. I don't know over how long, but yeah. If yours far off and costs too much to expand, you can get it moved to the center of the state. Is it on a... If it's on a different deed, and you own it, and you've owned it for more than 60 days, yeah. We're just looking to stop people from, you know, selling a trader deed now under the premise that you can have it moved to your thing. That's all. So we're heading up to my old deed again, Cobalt. Funny story, we decided to build here. And we built a shed, because it was like, we're going to deed here, we just don't have the money for it yet, we're going to build a shed. We built a shed, and the next day some people turned up, and they were like, we want this area, demolish your shed. Like, no. So we ended up having to deed it quickly. Will the trader move include moving to a different server? No, unfortunately, Janesco. It will be same server only. Scholar 422, has the new price of trader items been announced? No, it'll probably be announced at the in the patch notes or something. I don't know at this point. I think we're looking. I believe there is a tentative list around. I'd have to double check it, get clearance to be like, okay, I can post it. So there we go. Good talk. Nap time. Have fun with the dyes. All right. Thank you very much. And we return on our Cliffwing, safe and sound. A horse alive. How much green dye was I making, Mistress Aria? It's really weird calling you Mistress Aria too. Just gonna call you... it's probably just as weird calling you baby. Hey baby, what dye do you want? I dropped a whole bunch of scorpion cochineal in here, so we're gonna go make this. Mistress, what dye do you need? Yeah, there's some details of the limitations on the forums. Enki and the GM team will be handling that wonderful. It wasn't green. No, it was pink. Absolutely hate red dye. It seems to come out the worst quality. I'm going to move those two in there and we're going to try again. But how much did you want? Like how many kilos? You're off, Cheeky Buns. Thank you so much for dropping in. Enough to be mischief. Little secret for you there, Stan. I am Sunstrike, and I always was. When people were complaining about Retrograde not playing, because Arcade wasn't, I was on Sunstrike. You knew, yeah, I was horrible at keeping it a secret. Like, being in the Alliance, it was just, everybody knew, but you were all kind enough to let me pretend otherwise. So I appreciate that. What was worse is when I'd log in on the wrong account. Yeah, it was. It was literally... That was my... I'm not retro. I just want to play the game. I just want to enjoy the game. And it still is. You know, if you see me on Sunstrike, he should have a big do not interact sign. Because I love the game and I love tuning out in it. But like anyone, there needs to be the ability to tune out without, you know, being called for other stuff. And I strongly encourage all the devs to play the game because they all started because they loved Wurm. You know, they all took over the dev job because they love Wurm. And I want them to keep loving Wurm. And sometimes when you're trying to play and people are trying to interact with you as, you know, Retro or Keenan or all of those good people, yeah, it becomes harder and you don't keep up as with it as much. And, you know, dev work is time and Wurm becomes work and all of that stuff. But yeah, so it's very important to me that I can play is it XV Baby X? You'll have to remind me of the name, baby. It feels just as weird saying baby. Yeah. Refer to her by her birth name, Libella, the dark one. But she's not the best god. XV Baby VX. Sent. Your dye is sent. You have 12 kilos of pink dye. 3 kilos are very high quality. 9 kilos are a little average. But yeah. What's Sunstrike? Sunstrike is... He's actually quite a powerful toon in himself now. He's over 90 mining, over 92 blacksmithing, working on weaponsmithing now. He's doing well. He's a strong boy. Now I want to make a non-poop studded leather set and dye it red so I can roleplay the Red Ranger. Absolutely. Dye it red. Be red to your heart's content. Red comes out great. Everything else not so much. I find using anything other than 100 quality cochineal turns out fine. It's the 100 quality exactly that seems to force rerolls a lot. And it does get a little bit annoying. You wanted to dry your drape pink, but none works. So the trick to that, you've got to account for the red within the suit. So what I would do would be a closer to a magenta. So high woad, a little bit less pink, a little bit less red. Well, because the brown is also part green. So what I'd do, I would start with high quality blue. And then so you'd want like 230 plus blue. And then like 170 red. Why is woad so hard to get? Woad can now be farmed via planter. It might not be on Wurm Unlimited though. Shrimpy said he kept his girlfriend there, and now I'm not told to go into the dinner. That's it. He keeps his girlfriend there, so if you go in there, you become his girlfriend. And his fiance would not be happy about that. Yes, you can, but he does play Wurm Unlimited, Tristan. So it's hard to get because it was meant to encourage foraging, botanizing. Botanize on step increases your chances. Is there a minimum skill required to imp dyes? No, there's no minimum skill. I've literally made the dye and been like, okay, I'm going to go do this on arcade. I'm going to have my non-premium alt mix the dyes. That is not a skill check at all. It's just to improve the color. You've got to be higher quality, and you've also got to. It depends on the amount of the RGB of the dye, and also the volume, because it is divided. Like if it's based on 1 kilo. I'm not sure if you noticed, but it took a lot more to turn 9 kilos of dye pink than it did to turn 3 kilos, and that's it. If I want to make a really high quality color, I'll put it in a flask, and I will add all the colors into it because it's like quadruples the effectiveness. So yeah, it's volume, quality of the material. Remember, most dyes work, excluding black, on a 155 to 255 range. A 1 quality dye will be 156 in that color, and a 100 quality will be 255. So it's a lot of playing around to understand the color mechanics and the color theory. But once you do, you can actually, like, yeah, spend time balancing things and working with things. It becomes easy to do. Like, I can just... If you give me a starting color in RGB, I can tell you the quality of it. Like, look at that. Okay, so 216, 39, 39. Right, the other colors are based on 100 at one, or 99 at one quality, 100 at 100 quality, 0 at 100 quality. 39, so 100 minus 39 is 61 at 61 quality. And that's really easy to do. Black works on the 0 to 100 scale, which is slightly different and broken and really tough. And I went mad one day and literally, this is before even liquid storage, I made about 3,000 or 4,000 liters of black dye. I had several huge oil barrels full. And the thing is when dye takes damage, it doesn't actually lose RGB until you mix it. But black, because technically taking damage would lower it, it didn't lower. So I just could keep it there and it would take damage and I'd just like mix little bits back in. So I wound up with like once the ceiling came out, I wound up with like 60 quality dye. That was like the equivalent of 95 quality because it had just taken damage over time. What if foraging and botanizing gave more resources? The problem is it's impossible to balance resource collection from that against simply having a rack. Because you can have 30 in there, every day you can pick 30, you can just times that by 10 and have 300 every day for little to no actions per day. You know, it's a lot to set it up, but once it's set up, it's pretty straightforward. Alright, so if there's no more questions, we might wrap the stream up there. It's only been an hour 40 minutes, but that's been a long time. We've ridden around. No, picking things. You just found some copper and dyed all your neighbour's things green for the journal. Good job. That's what you gotta do. That's how it's done. Where is the lib avatar on Delhi? She's hiding. Just get a fresh soul. Get a fresh body and roam around. She'll find you. Libula always finds you when it's your turn. But yeah, I'd like to thank you all for joining me and for listening to me and, you know, chatting with me. I appreciate every one of you. It makes doing these weekly streams worthwhile. Good stream this week. It's a good stream every week, and if you say otherwise, I'll ban you. Ban. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for attending. I always appreciate your presence, Mitchia, and everyone, especially you, Janesko, Necrolus, Xian, Necrolus, be shush, just very shush. But yeah, I'll make sure to upload this straight afterwards, and it will go live tomorrow. And peace be with ye, fellow traveller. The wild lands of Wurm are dangerous and will vary. I hope you find your way safe. Though be with you. Thank you all for the stream.
This would be the Wurm work song. Pick up your shovels. We're building a wall, building it high in Wurm, in Wurm. We're building a wall, building it long in Wurm, in Wurm. And as we get to the end, we'll just start another wall in Wurm. We're digging a hole, digging it deep in Wurm. Wurm is waiting. We're digging a hole, looking for rock in Wurm. Wurm is waiting. But when we get to the end, we're just gonna fall from the bottom of Wurm. Oh yeah, we're mining some rock, a ton of good rock in Wurm. Working so hard. We're mining some rock, we're mining they can get running. And we're building a house, a strong stone house in Wurm. A house in Wurm. And have bedrooms and bathrooms like hell it will. In Wurm. A house in Wurm. When we finished our house, there'll be a strong warm home in Wurm. So we're building a town, a place to be in Wurm. Oh, people getting word, people digging dirt in Wurm. And as the sun shines down,